Hey, what's going on, guys? Let me pick you up, get you off the table there. I am in this apartment out in Pacific Beach. This is not my house, it's actually my friend's apartment, and she's been away traveling in Bali. So I've been using this as what I'm calling the grind studio. This has been a place where I've just been spending 8 to 10 hours a day just cranking, and it's been really nice just having no distractions, having a quiet place to come and work. What I want to talk to you guys about today, though, is something that's been coming up on a handful of calls that I've taken over the last 2 weeks with folks looking to join the Land Investing Accelerator program. And most of these folks are starting out with like an active W-2 job currently. And so I want to explain to you guys how I structured this when I was going and working a W-2 job, how I left that job and started my land investing career, and then just some general advice that I don't really see very many people talking about. So if you're into the whole entrepreneur circle, there's a lot of advice out there about, just go all in, make the leap, take the jump, take the risk. And I actually don't believe that that's the right approach for most people. And so if you are looking at getting started in land investing, you're looking to grow a land investing business, but you have a job currently, stay with that job. This is what I recommend to anyone that joins the program. This is what I recommend to really anyone that I talk to about land investing. Is it's really difficult to make clean, clear decisions when your back's up against the wall. And maybe this advice doesn't apply to everyone, but I'd say for the vast majority of us, we need to ensure that we have oxygen before we can actually go out there and make decisions. And what does oxygen look like? Oxygen looks like having our basic needs met. Oxygen looks like not having to deprive our business of its cash flow to pay ourselves. What we really want to do is compound our results, especially in land investing where it's a capital intensive business. The longer we can delay paying ourselves, the better our results are going to be, because we can compound the capital that we're starting with. So when folks hear my story about starting with $7,000 back in 2019 and scaling that up and doing a little over 60 deals my first year, and then second year 1.9 million in sales, 1.6 million in sales. Got a little ahead of myself there. I think there's questions in terms of how I was able to do that, and the truth of the matter is I was working a corporate job in conjunction to growing my land investing business. And so that meant that I didn't have to take any money outside of the business. In fact, every single 2 weeks when I get paid at my W-2, I would take a set percentage of that and put that back into the business. And so that allowed me to keep the capital snowballing in the business. That also allowed me to take capital from my paychecks and inject it into the business. So while I started with $7,000, I was able to pull additional capital every single month and put that back into the business. Now, I wasn't making much, right? I was making after tax less than $6,000 a month. So it wasn't anything crazy, but it definitely helped to contribute to my success. And so I think if you're just getting started and you're looking to scale and grow a land investing business, keep your job, keep the income that you have. Do not jump ship, stay the course. I say give yourself at least 12 months. 12 months is a really safe kind of timeline to generate a nest egg. It's a safe timeline to start building out forecasts as well. What I see a lot of folks getting when they're first getting into land investing, they might have a great month or third month or fourth month. They make 40K, 30K, whatever it may be, like a big profit month, and they think that they can forecast off of that. You need a larger sample size, ideally 12 months. You need a larger sample size. And so ideally giving yourself 12 months so you can start to forecast out, hey, when I do leave my job, what's a reasonable expectation in terms of income that I can rely upon from my business? And that's exactly what I did. 60 deals my first year, got a really good read on what that looked like in terms of income, and then could kind of forecast for the next year what I would be able to take from the business to pay myself and to live off of. Now, one of the caveats is I kept my expenses really, really low. So I was living off of less than $4,000 a month. And I still live really, really low. I still live way below my means because I'm in a place where I want to continuously compound and grow my business. That gives me more fulfillment. That gives me more excitement than any material good I could possibly buy. So I really am attracted by the idea of just taking every dollar that I possibly can and putting it back into the business. So to recap here, if you are starting on the journey of building a land investing business, be patient with yourself. If you have income, keep that income via a W-2 job, or maybe you have a different business that you've been working on for the last few years. Keep that income going. And if you're just starting and you don't have any kind of outside income, I would advise go and secure a job, secure your oxygen, right? Get your baseline covered, and then you can start to move from there. Even though the formula for land investing is relatively straightforward, you still need to bring some level of creativity to the table. You still need to bring some kind of brain power to the table. And if you are distracted by not having any assurance that you're gonna have food on the table or rent paid or all of these things, it's gonna be really difficult to bring that level of creativity and that mental spark that you really need to thrive in this business, right? It's no different if you're starting any other entrepreneurial endeavor. It's gonna require a level of clarity of thought and a level of creativity that's really difficult to summon up if you're just stressing over, am I gonna be able to pay myself? And what's the business gonna do? You wanna give the business time to perform. You wanna give the business time to grow. And so the only way to do that is by keeping some level of outside income when you're first starting. So I'm gonna go counter to what everyone else has probably told you about jumping ship and starting an entrepreneurial career today. No, keep the income, build with that, let your business compound. And this applies to land investing or any other endeavor you might be getting started on. Keep that income, be patient, reinvest, compound, and watch where you're at in 12 months, 24 months, 36 months. It'll blow your mind. So that's a little message today. I'm about to go take that bike for a ride here. I'm doing a 450-mile bike ride in February from Las Vegas to San Diego. So preparing for that. I'm not a biker by any means, but I've been really excited by the idea of challenging myself. And so whether it's in business or it's life, I like to have some friction. So I'm gonna go ride this and I'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend.